Stop freezing spinach, chef's secret to keeping spinach fresh for months. Hello, it's great to see you again on Clever Tricks. Since learning this trick from my grandmother, whenever we crave spinach, we don't need to go to the market anymore. We can eat it whenever we want, and my daughter loves it too. With just a few simple tips, you can keep your spinach fresh and ready to use anytime throughout the year. Let's explore. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Method 1. Storing spinach in the refrigerator. Gently remove any bruised, wilted, or yellowed leaves. This helps prevent spoilage from spreading to other leaves during storage. Do not wash vegetables before storing. This is important. When you wash vegetables and then refrigerate them, the excess water will cause them to wilt, become slimy, and change color quickly. Leave the dirt and sand on. Just lightly brush it off. You only wash it when you're ready to cook. If the vegetables are wet, you can wipe them dry with paper towels before storing. Place a layer of absorbent paper or thin paper towels at the bottom of the container. This layer of paper will absorb moisture in the refrigerator, keeping the environment dry and fresh so that the vegetables last longer. Place the cabbage in the container in light layers without packing it tightly. If you press too hard, the leaves will be crushed and they will rot after only 1 to 2 days. Cover with another layer of absorbent paper to soak up any remaining moisture. This is a little trick to prevent condensation from forming on the cabbage when you open the container. Cover loosely, not completely. Spinach is a vegetable that breathes strongly. If it's not properly sealed, it will become soggy and mushy. Leaving the lid loose or poking a few small holes in the container is best. Place the box in a moderately cool location, avoiding placing it against the sides of the cupboard or in areas that are too cold. Storage time: 4 to 6 days while remaining crisp and fresh. This method is quick and easy, requiring no pre-washing or complicated processing. The absorbent paper is excellent at absorbing moisture, so the cabbage retains its beautiful green color even after 5 to 6 days, without becoming slimy like when left in its original plastic bag. For busy people, just a few minutes of preparation is all it takes to have fresh vegetables for a whole week. Method 2. Preserving spinach by submerging the stems in water. Choose bunches of spinach with intact stems and firm stalks. This will allow the spinach to absorb water better. Gently remove any bruised or wilted leaves to prevent spoilage. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Use a knife or scissors to cut off 0.5 to 1 centimeter from the base of the cabbage. The fresh cut helps the cabbage absorb water faster and stay crisp longer. Similar to changing the water in flowers, cutting the base at an angle helps the flowers absorb water better. Pour in a moderate amount of water, about 1 to 2 centimeters deep. Don't overfill, as the submerged stems will rot easily. Place the bunch of cabbage in the glass like arranging flowers. Arrange neatly so that the entire root system touches the water. If the leaves are slightly wet, dry them with a paper towel to prevent wilting. You can choose: store in the refrigerator's crisper compartment. Keeps fresh, longer leaves remain green and crisp. Leaves are less likely to yellow at the tips. Or store it in a cool corner of the kitchen, away from direct sunlight. It looks very appealing, like a jar of fresh vegetables, and is easy to use for cooking immediately. However, it won't stay fresh as long as when refrigerated. Every day, you pour out the old water, rinse the glass, and replace it with fresh water. If the water is cloudy or has sediment, replace it immediately to prevent the roots from spoiling. The spinach will remain green and fresh for 5 to 7 days, with firm leaves that won't become soft or wilted. This method naturally keeps spinach fresh for longer and looks very appealing. The leaves always retain their crispness because the roots continuously absorb water. However, you must change the water daily to prevent odor or root rot. Suitable for households that use spinach frequently and want to cook it immediately without washing it too many times. Method 3. Preservation using Ziploc bags. First, place the spinach in a large bowl of water. Add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Stir gently to allow the soil and sand to settle to the bottom and the baking soda to dissolve completely. Avoid rubbing vigorously as the cabbage leaves are very fragile. Next, rinse each small bundle under gently running water. This method helps remove sand from the stem and edges of the leaves, the areas most prone to getting dirty. After washing, place the cabbage in a colander and let it air dry for at least 20 to 30 minutes. For faster drying, gently pat each section dry with a clean towel or paper towel. The drier the cabbage, the longer it stays fresh. If it remains damp, the leaves will become slimy or rot after only 2 to 3 days. Spread paper towels or absorbent paper on the table surface. Place the cabbage on top. Fold gently on both sides for a neat finish. Just the right amount of moisture will prevent the cabbage from wilting and drying out, but avoid waterlogging. Don't use a towel that's too wet. That's why many people's attempts fail quickly. Pack the wrapped cabbage into a box or Ziploc bag. No need to pack it too tightly. Let the cabbage have some breathing space. You should zip it up 80%, leaving a small gap to prevent condensation. Place it in a location with stable temperature, avoiding placing it against the sides of the refrigerator or near the freezer compartment. Storage time: 7 to 10 days while remaining green, with the leaves not becoming soft or discolored. This method keeps the spinach clean. When needed, simply take it out and use it immediately. Extremely convenient for busy people. The most important point is to ensure the spinach is completely dry before wrapping. When done correctly, the spinach retains its vibrant green color. The leaves remain crisp, and it doesn't turn yellow or slimy like when bought in its original bag from the market. Compared to the unwashed method, this takes more time, but the resulting product is much cleaner and more convenient. Method 4. Freezing after blanching. Place a large pot of water on the stove and bring to a rolling boil. Do not add salt or oil to the water. Plain water is best. When the water boils, add the spinach. Use chopsticks to gently stir so that the leaves are completely submerged in water. Blanch for only 20 to 30 seconds. Do not blanch for too long as the cabbage will become soft and lose vitamins. Blanch for only 20 to 30 seconds. Do not blanch for too long as the cabbage will become soft and lose vitamins. Blanching helps destroy natural yeast, preserving the green color when frozen and preventing discoloration. Immediately after blanching, remove the cabbage quickly. Immediately place the cabbage into the prepared bowl of ice water. Effects: stops the cooking process, preserves its vibrant green color, helps the cabbage retain its crispness and tenderness. This is the most important step in the entire process. Remove the cabbage from the ice water and gently squeeze it by hand to remove excess water. Then place it on a clean towel or paper towel to absorb more moisture. Note: make sure the vegetables are completely dry before freezing. Excess moisture will create ice crystals, making the vegetables soggy when thawed. You divide the cabbage into small portions according to the cooking needs: part for soup, part for porridge, part for stir-frying, boiling, making smoothies, etc. For a more attractive presentation, you can roll the cabbage into small rolls before putting them in the bag. Next, put it in a Ziploc bag and squeeze out all the air, or put it in a small container with a tight-fitting lid. Place the bag or container in the freezer compartment of the refrigerator. Do not place it near the door as the temperature there fluctuates. Shelf life: 3 to 4 months while maintaining a beautiful green color. Freezing spinach after blanching keeps it vibrant green and prevents it from becoming mushy or soggy like raw, frozen spinach. You only need to take out the right amount each time you cook, eliminating the need for complete thawing. This method is extremely convenient for busy households, especially those who frequently cook porridge, soup, noodles, or quick stir-fries. Method 5. Pureeing and freezing. Bring a pot of water to a rolling boil. Add the cabbage, stirring gently to ensure it's completely submerged. Blanch for only 20 to 30 seconds to preserve its green color and nutrients. Note: do not blanch for too long, as the cabbage will become soft and mushy when pureed, losing its vibrant green color. Remove the cabbage and immediately place it in a bowl of ice water. Remove the cabbage from the boiling water and immediately place it in a bowl of cold water. Soak the frozen cabbage for 2 to 3 minutes to shock it and preserve its vibrant green color. This is the secret to keeping the frozen cabbage cubes looking beautiful and not turning dark. Remove the cabbage and gently squeeze out excess water. Place on a paper towel or clean cloth to absorb excess moisture. The drier the mixture, the better the frozen product will look and the less ice crystals will form. Put the cabbage into a blender. Add a little filtered water, only 2 to 4 tablespoons, to help the blender work. Blend until smooth. If making it for baby food, you can blend it even smoother. Tip: do not add seasoning. Keep the natural flavor to suit many dishes. Pour the pureed cabbage mixture into each ice cube tray. Cover tightly with plastic wrap to prevent refrigerator odors. Freeze for 6 to 8 hours until frozen solid. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Remove the spinach cubes from the tray and place them in a Ziploc bag. Squeeze out all the air to preserve them longer. They can be stored in the freezer for 2 to 3 months while still tasting good and retaining their color. This method is especially suitable for those who cook quickly and have little time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share it so your loved ones also know how to preserve spinach. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next helpful tips. That's all for today. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Which method do you prefer, or which one are you currently using? Please share in the comments.